All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to the live stream. Today is 12/12/2025. So, can you guys hear me clearly? Sound check 1 2 3 1 2 3. What is this just like happened here? Go just like stuck here. What's just like happened here? Oh, just like moving right now. Might be there's something issue. I need to change the network. Okay, it will be better now. So let's just like break down the chart from the higher time frame to lower time frame. Wow, look at this one. The previous daily candle just like pushing in a very strong bullish momentum, and look at this one. It's just like break and close above this whole consolidation area on the left hand side. Sorry. For now, from daily to H4, a quick analysis we just like created a support. We have this resistance on the left hand side, jumping from. Wow, look at this H1. H1 also close in a very strong bullish momentum right now. It's just like close with a small board. If the next candle create a big break above these both rejection on the left hand side, there's a higher probability we could continuously pushing to the upside. So let's see. So let's see if it could work out in our way. But you know what? This is something. Market just like already moved 160 pips, but candle size is like getting smaller and smaller. See this one? The size of the candle just like getting smaller. This candle just like having a bigger size. This one smaller than the previous one. This one smaller than the previous one. This is more smaller. But now if the current candle going to break above this or high on the left hand side by placing stop loss somewhere here, there's a very higher probability it could be a impulse entry in trend. Actually, you know what, like somewhere here it could be a impulse entry in trend. So yeah, we just like having a resistance here. At the same time we are having like a support here on a 15-minute time frame, and below this area you can see we are having like a very beautiful clean traffic of 90 pip or 200 pip to the downside as well. So yeah, this makes sense. It makes sense. So where could be the stop loss? Stop loss could be somewhere here. How much it is? It's like a 30 pip stop loss. You know what, the previous 50-minute candle also closed with no bottom wick, and now this can create a weekend breaking above the high. I think so, but depending on the volume I could execute somewhere here, not somewhere above here. Even there's just like a rejection on the left hand side, but still if a candle just like going to be break above a candle we just like close with a small body, this is something I'm only worried about. The wicks, these are the wicks on the left hand side. These are the only thing I'm just like need to be worried about. But here what I can see, as it's just like breaking above this high, if there's like a volume it will be shoot to the upside. So let's see the way, just like look at this on the way just like reacting right now. So just like waiting right now, it's just like already, actually, you know what, it already break above this whole rejection area on the the previous candle high as well. But in this situation, if I just like really wanted to execute a buy also makes sense by depending on the volume. But if it just like break above the high, it should be shoot up the way just like reacting to. So I just like tell to myself that it will be better to wait for the candle to break above these old rejection. So there's a probability it could be pushing to the upside by depending on the volume as an impulse entry. Oh, it just like got activated now. Oh man, I got slipped. Look at the spike. Look at the spike. This is something not good. That's why I was just like talking about to execute somewhere here. I have missed almost like 10 pips here, but it is whatever it is. Now depending on the volume, daily candle just like flipped. Look at this one. H4 just like break above this previous H4 high. H1 just like break above the previous small body H1 high, and this is the only wick I'm having on the left hand side. Once we just like going to break above this high, there's a higher probability we will continuously pushing to the upside. Wow, look at this one. Wow, Look at this one, what a beautiful execution. 20 pips just like running in our favor. Can I get something like we having a clean traffic till 40 to 90? It's a Friday. Let's secure 70% at 20 22 pips. Just 70%. I'm not closing 100%. I'm bringing my stop loss at somewhere here, running like 26 pips right now in my favor. And I just forget about, okay, so 30 pips. We are having like clean traffic on the left hand side. 20 pips just like secure. Rest position I would like to secure at a psychological number of, psychological means the $5 increment, like from 85 to 90, something like that. This is something I'm expecting from it. So at 40 to 90, so look at this one, 30 pips right now on a 32 35 pips right now running in your favor. You know what, you guys can secure 50% position, can secure like I would say 80% position, 90% position, whatever suits you. Just like secure something here. We just like execute as an impulse entry. We are having like a clean traffic on the left hand side, daily breakup of the previous daily candle high. But still we just like it's just like not gonna happen that it will be continuously pushing in one direction without retracing. Market always move in waves, so always be clever than the market. So if it's just like giving you some chunks, try to grab some chunks here, close 50%, close 90%, leave the rest if you just like really wanted to hold on with this trade. But just like secure some position there. This is something I'm actually just like, so I'm bringing my stop loss here. When market, once market just like went in my favor like 35 pips, there is no business of this candle to come back to my entry point, moving 35 5 pips in my favor. So let's see. It's a Friday as well, you knew that this is Friday, and on the day like Friday we have to be cautious about that one too. But clean traffic, tradable range, what a volume, impulse entry in trend, and yeah. So yeah, I think so many people just like did not even join yet, and we are just like executed in the first 5 minutes of starting the live stream. So let's see what extra bonus I'm just like gonna get here. Okay, man. Wow, 34, 40 pips, 50 pips. We are just like tapping to what? We are tapping towards like 42.90 something right now. 42.90. Yes, 40 pips running in my favor. This is something impulse entry in trend. 43 pips, 44 pips. Okay. Oh, what a rejection. What a rejection. Let me see on a low time frame actually. You know what? M5, M1. What a rejection it was. I'm bringing my stop loss somewhere here. I'll be out if it just like retrace down now. I will be out. I just like place my stop loss below the current 55-minute low. So if it's just like continuously pushing upside, I will try to trail my stop loss. Now I'm not gonna lose anything actually. I already secure some position, and I also secure my another 90%, like a 10% position, by trailing the stop loss, by placing stop loss below the current 5-minute candle low. Because if it's like break above the high, it should be continuously pushing upside. So tap to 90 actually, almost like we just like reach at 40 to 90. Yeah, man. So beautiful entry, yeah, man. Such a beautiful entry. Such like a on. Actually, you know what? I wanted to execute somewhere here. It's still a late entry by watching at the movement of the candle, the way just like moving, the way just like pushing upside. Because I can read the candles only. So with my reading, I can see that market just like continuously pushing upside, but the candle size just like start getting smaller and smaller. If it start getting smaller and smaller, then there is no business of the next candle to create a wick and break above this high. If it's just like going to break above this high or this rejection on the rejection on the left hand side, so higher probability it will keep pushing to the upside. Very higher probability. that will be continuously pushing to the upside. Wow, come on, man, push further to the upside now. So yeah, amazing. To the same trade before the stream. Yes, okay, same. Just like send me the execution level. Let me see this one. Wow, what a beautiful execution, same as it is. This is what I'm just like talking about. I wanted to execute somewhere here. Very nice, very nice, beautiful. Oh, I'm just like out right now. So we just like, I just like secure 35, 30 pips, something like that here, by getting involving in the market. Look at this one. When I just like execute, look at the size of the candle. How I knew that the size of the candle, I'm just like gonna grab some chunks here. Even market just like not showing any strong potential in it, by just reading the movement of the candle. That's it. By just like reading the movement of the candle. It's a Friday, and on a Friday, if you just like grab, you know what happened with me last day. Last day, I just like lose $600 somewhere here. I just try to take a sell here, executed 0.5, 0.22 loads here, and after managing the risk, I realized that I open high lot size on my small account because I was just like using mobile phone, and I just like use $500 almost there. And then I just like told to myself, man, what the fuck I have just like done. Then I just like withdraw some money from my bigger account and put back into this account and minus that account. And on that account, I was just like taking 1.3% risk actually. And here that $500 become like a 10% risk. But it is whatever it is, what I can do. So I would say, guess who is the best? So look tight today. No, I'm just like not tight, but the weather here is actually just like not looking good. It's just like I'm having some issue with my throat actually as well, having some a little flu, but it's okay. It's not something which is just like not bearable. It's easy. Today the voice is very good. It's I think it's just like due to I'm using headphone, that's why. And if I'm just like using the other mic, that is just like having a noise reduction, so might be that's why YouTube just like going to be get lower voice. But on a Zoom, it's just like giving us the clean voice there. So you know what, हल्दी दूध ब्रो यार, आई एम हैविंग a tonsil issue, कुछ नहीं हो सकता, करते हैं इसका ऑपरेट. Okay, Sheriff is here. Just like send me the chart. Wow, what a execution! Same execution. Grab some chunks. Wow, very nice, bro. Very nice. 37 pips. Very nice. Very nice. Look at this one. With the education, everyone just like took the same execution. It was not London Open, and the price seems pretty overextended. Where did you get this certainty that volume is coming? By reading the candle, Julia. Let me just like tell you in a deeper way. It's a proper structure, just like form there. You know what? Look at this one. Now try to understand step by step. Look at the size of this candle. Then look at the size of this candle. Both candle do not almost having no bottoming to the downside. See this one. And then look at this candle size. You will see continuously market just like shorten the candle size. See this one. It's just like it's a sign of it's dropping the volume because we are heading towards this resistance area on the left hand side. So now just like keep this simple factor in your mind. All right, smaller time frame just like reacting like that. Now just like flip on the H4 time frame, you will see we just like having a resistance. We just like created a support. This kind of created a wick and breaking above the high. This is the wick on the left hand side. So if we just like break above this high, it could be breaking above or flipping above the daily time frame. It will be flipping above the previous H4 high. It's just like flipping above the these rejection on the left hand side. And now the smaller time frame was just like continuously printing in a small body. Then there is no business of the next candle, this candle, there's no business of this candle to create a wick and break above the high of the small body candle. If you're just like going to break above the small body candle and you are sitting with a volume time, it's a sign of the volume, that volume might be going to be hit the market. And the same thing just like happened here. we executed, but there was a little confusion about these rejection weeks, so I placed my stop loss above it, so I just like get clear buy with everything. Then just like market went in my favor like 35 pips, I secure like I just like did not try to predict the market, I just like take action what confirmation, I just like go there. So I just like secure 35% position here, leave the rest. It just like went 40-45 pips in my favor. I just like trail the stop loss by using the 5 minute time frame, then it just like come back and hit the break even. So I just like lose nothing, I secure some position on a Friday by just like watching the movement of the candle, by just like watching the simple price action. The thing I have just like done today, I always do it. And if I just like going to be face the same thing ever in the future, I will do the same thing again. So this is something I will call a higher probability setup. Higher probability setup doesn't mean it always will work for you. It means that suppose if you just like attempt it like 10 times, so might be 6 times, 7 times it will work for you, and 3 times, 4 times if it's just like not gonna work for you, you just like going to manage the risk there. Make sense? Thank you very much. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, exactly. We just like need to read the candles. No indicators just like going to be tell us. It's just like going to pushing upside, going. Who you know what? Once market just like will already moved, then there will be a sign you will just like going to be get from the indicator that this candle will have having a volume in it. Then that indicator must be useless for you. So you just like need to read the candles, how structure just like forming, and why just like place a support here, because higher time frame like not showing me any kind of support, and the candle size is like bigger than the normal size of the candles. So I just like need to flip from 30 minute to 50 minute to see if we just like got any kind of support here. So look at this one. So look at this one on a 50-minute time frame, I am having like this beautiful support here, and now it just like broke the resistance, close above the resistance, so no business of this resistance to be placed here. I'm going to be let me just like wait for the 30-minute candle to be closed, to be honest. So after that, after closure of a 30-minute, what I will do, I'm just like going to readjust my zones, and then I will just like wait for the new structure to be formed. New structure means if it's just like doing some kind of consolidation here, then break above the high, so I will take a buy, break the low, I will take the sell. Or the best thing would be, it's like a very strong bullish momentum, anyone can easily understand it's a strong bullish momentum going on, so I'm just like not try to go for the sells. If I just like really wanted to make a plan, I will wait for the candle to come down, create some support, give me some strong bullish confirmation candle, so I can retest this high again. This could be the next plan. Make sense? Or if you're just like going to be create any kind of resistance above that area somewhere here, so breaking above that resistance area, I'm just like gonna give my trade one more chance there. That will be then another plan actually. So Mr. iPhone just like send me the chart here. Okay, wow, beautiful. This guy just like use a dynamic risk. Look at this one, his entry actually. Very confidential about that market will continuously pushing, and it just like try to predict the market. But beautifully done. Very nice. Very, very nice. This is a trade I took as by your education. Okay, thank you so much. I hope everyone just like took the same execution. So let's just like get back to YouTube chat actually. So Mr. YouTube, Mr. and Mrs. YouTube, how do you choose which wick to break in this case for the impulse entry? You can see that by your own eyes, all the rejections wick above that area just like execute it and exit. Just like ask yourself right now, if I just like never manage my trade because I knew that it's already overextending, I'm just like going with the impulse entry. If I just like never secure some position there, what I'm just like gonna get now? Nothing. It already come back to your break even stage. So I will just like going to be wait for some new structure to be formed to give my trade another chance. Manage risk and book the chunks and save from this rejection. Wow, really nicely manageable, managed by you, Mr. Omar. So why was this best entry 4283 point and rather than 4286? because there was an opportunity. If you just like wait for 40 43 42 86 something like that, it will all, it's just like already moved a lot. Even if you just like look at 50-minute time frame, it's just like you just like miss the move, you miss the perfect execution here. Look at this one, how much is just like extended right now, almost like more than 120 pips. Now wait for the new structure to be formed, so you can go above like 4286 something like that. That makes sense. But the fact but the fact that the price was right at resistance didn't bother you. No, I just like read the candle, read the volume, execution with my structure, with a proper execution, sitting with the volume time of pre-London, expecting volume there as well. We are having like a clean traffic on the left hand side, tradable range. So I just like need a volume. How I can read the volume? Structure was just like right standing on the point. How I can read how I can understand the volume is just like coming up there by just reading the candle, because the previous candle just like close with a small body. If the previous candle just like close with a small body, then there is no business of the next candle to break above the small body high. Because if it's just like dropping the volume, then it's just like do not have any kind of business to break above the high of the previous small body candle. If it's just like breaking above the high of the previous small body candle, breaking above the resistance, that's mean volume, there's a probability volume just like coming up. And I just like execute it, and you can see volume just like come up there. No candle, just not a single candle just like printed like this when I just like execute. Look at the previous candle sizes and look at this candle, single candle size, and look at the movement, how it just like quickly just like went in my favor, and how quickly I just like manage the trade and secure some money there. Good morning guys. I got like same sorry, I got like same entry of us, but with internet problem today in my city. Then I have called it a day. Okay, good luck, guys. Take care. Sorry to leave the life. I always learn something, but internet today. Trove, you are one of them. Just kidding, bro. Take care. Take care. See you on Monday. So, Trove also just like send me the chart. Wow, beautiful execution. Very nice. Very nicely managed. Very nice. So look at the rejection right now. All I need just like a new structure to be formed. So So someone is like out from Wakefield. I don't trust the summer volume. Okay, it's your decision. Which time frame does he use? Can anyone tell? 30-minute time frame. Can anyone tell me, please? But I already told you. You missed the trade. Oh damn, I missed the trade. Many people just like miss the trade, I think. So today the voice is very very good. Yeah, due to using headphone, I excited when the current candle was flipping. Okay, excused. What is this excuse? Someone just like missed the trade. Bro, if it close above the resistance, we are buying. No, we are not buying. You just like need to wait for new structure to be formed. I anticipated 10:30 park time candle with volume. It will continue to break that today high. It is nice impulse entry. I don't know what happening at 10:30. I was just like not on the chart. Good morning. I like the way you trade. Makes sense. Don't chase price. Execute when price comes to your zone. Exactly. I just like never ever try to chase the zone. Actually, never ever try to chase the market. I wait for the market to create my own structure, so then I can give my trade a chance. So then there's a probability I'm gonna grab some chunks there. Okay, so show your previous day trades. Why you bro? Because it was just like on a live. You can see that my previous live stream as well, bro. Yesterday was lows. Today I missed. Oh, sad for you, bro. But doesn't matter. It's okay. It's a Friday. Just relax, chill. Market will bring some other opportunity as well. Wait for the new structure to be formed. You know what? Above this area, we are having like a clean traffic on the left hand side. Above this area, we are having like a clean traffic on the left hand side. But market just like already overextended in my way. So I'm just like waiting for some resistance to be formed, and then if the next candle break above the resistance, so then I can give my trade a chance. And if someone just like thinking about to take a buy here, so let me just like explain you in this way. When I'm just like executing here, market was just like creating higher low, higher highs. See this one, every candle just like breaking above the previous candle high. But now this is not, this is also like a very education thing. This candle did not break above the previous candle high. See this one, So in this way you just like need to wait for the structure to be formed. Might be a candle should be close above this area, so you can take a buy with a healthy body, or let it to create some resistance, some support, which I just like told you, and then give your trade a chance. So this is not kind of that impulse entry which I have just like took here. Just like need to understand this thing as well. Damn, my throat is just like getting irritating. All right. Guess I have take any trade during Asian session today? No, I just like did not took any trade during the Asian session today. Are we allowed to enter two or three position at the same time in Dominion funding? You just like need to ask the team, but they just like remove many rules like 1 minute rule and limit it with the 7 to 8 trades. It's just like become now 14 trades. And if you just like closing your 50% position, and the another 50% just like closing like right after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, so it will be like calculated as one trade. So that rule also like remove from there. So now you guys can easily get the Dominion funding account who just like having issue with these things. Guess why do Profirm have higher spread than live account? Because all the Profirm accounts are simulated. Actually, they are demo accounts. 1 minute rule has been removed. It's just like not like removed. Not every Profirm having a 1 minute rule, but most probability like most of your majority trades should have to be like having more than holding of 1 minute. And all the pro firm, even you just like going with the FTM or funding whatever, just like going with the pro firm, all the pro firm having this 1 minute rule actually. Suppose you just like took 10 trades, so 7 to 8 trades should have to be holding times of like 1 to 2 minutes. And if there are some like 2 trades, 3 trades which is like having less than 1 minute holding, it's just like not gonna breach your account. And now you can understand by removing this rule, which is like getting irritating to the other people's actually. So now it's just like already removed, and there is no other pro from, to be honest. I'm just not like because I'm just like working with Raja Pro, so I'm just like giving some favor of towards like Dominion funding. It's not like that, to be honest. I just like already I also use like a lot of pro firm, but no pro firm just like offering these kind of spreads, these kind of latency actually. So that is something we just like keep it above. So this 15-minute candle now just like close in a bearish form, but the size of this candle is just like way too small. So might be on some other brokerage houses, might be on some other brokerage houses it could be look like in a bullish form, and some brokerage houses it should be look like a bearish one. So for that, if you just like getting confused about this thing, you can watch other brokerage house, because it could be happen due to a minor spread difference other brokerage house. But here I'm just like going to place my resistance, because once a red candle close beside a green candle, I just like got my resistance. Doesn't matter what is the size of that resistance. So this is a resistance right now I'm having. And this is the support I'm having. Yeah, mine is minor, which is due to spreads actually, but still it's a candle which I can consider as a resistance. So now you know what, if I just like really want to take a buy breaking and close above this area, I can give my trade another chance. Or if it just like come down, create some support here, give me some confirmation candle, so I can give my trade a chance here as well. Yeah, now things have been changed. Actually I just like need a warm water of cup. Just give me 1 minute. Wow, look at this one. It's just like breaking above the high now. Very nice. So wow, it's just like breaking above the high now. I think so. We are like heading towards the opening of London session. Might bit will keep pushing to the upside now. I think so. If we just like break above this high, it could be go like five with a direct $5 increment, like something 93, something like that. Yeah, but just like having some potential in it actually. Look at this one. Market just like showing very good potential in it actually. But a strong bullish momentum. You know what? Whenever this kind of bullish momentum just like going on, most of the time I just like never try to go with a counter trade setup. If this kind of bullish momentum I can see on the charts, I try to avoid like a like a counter trade setup in these kind of scenarios when market is like having a strong bullish momentum volume, something like that in it. Look at this one, pushing to the upside, breaking above the resistance, new structure, breaking above the high, probability tapping to 90. So break above this high could be 93, will be like a $5 increment. So let's see. It's just like created a resistance, minor resistance, break above the high, pushing upside right now, showing some potential in it. Wow, just like need to readjust these things. Yeah, this makes sense. Someone just like got 50 pips. Wow. So I place my resistance level at the candle bodies while you place your higher on the wicks. Could you explain why? Where? This one? Just like send me the chart, Baz. Send me the chart where you just like place your like okay, you just like send me the chart already. So what time frame it is? Just do let me know what time it is actually, Mr. Baz. What time frame you are using? How can I send my link to access Spotify Premium? What? I don't know. Close partial at 60 pips. Very nice. I think so. It will be better now to wait for the candle to be close above this resistance area. So there's a probability it could continuously pushing upside. Yeah, already just like moved now, but it's like a beautiful execution, I would say. Very nice. Wow, man, just like creating a higher high and pushing to the downside. So I think so it will be better to wait for this candle to be close, and then you can give your trade a chance for the buys. Or if it's just like continuously pushing downside and create some support somewhere here, then also you can give your trade another chance. That also makes sense. look at the rejection. What are rejection? So it will be better to wait for the candle to be closed. Yeah, great. It's just like pushing to the downside. It will be better if it's just like come down, create some support, give some confirmation candle. So higher probability you're gonna grab some chunks there. Very high probability. 30 minute. So you just like need to understand these 30 minute, these 30 minutes having like a, what is just like having, it's having like wicks in it. It's having like a long wicks, like 40 pip wicks in it. So can you flip from 30 minute to 50 minute to see if there's some kind of resistance in 15 minute time frame, because you are having a lot of wicks on the left hand side. See this one here, 1 2 3 4 wicks. So if you just like flip from 30 minute to 50 minute time frame, then you will realize that on a 30 in a 15 minute time frame these wicks are having this resistance area. This was the resistance you are having here now. See this one. So that's why I just like place my my before my resistance was here. Look at 30 minute. 30 minute is having like a wicks. On a 50 minute is having like a resistance, because there was just like a lot of wicks. That's why I just like use a 50 minute time frame resistance area. So yeah, that's why, because it's having a lot of wicks. If there's just like no wicks, like a normal wicks, then I will just like stick with 30 minute time frame. And then I just like after it just like break and close above this resistance area, then I just like readjust my zones. And how I just like did readjust my zones, like now I having this resistance here. So this is my new resistance, this is my current support area. See this one, now this is my new resistance, this is my current support area. Now just like pushing upside, pushing downside, and there's just like 15 minutes left for the opening of NY session. What are you looking for right now? So right now I'm just like waiting for this candle to be closed. If it's just like going to be closed in a strong bullish candle, so the next candle should have to be created, we can break above the higher. There we can give over trade a second. I actually can give my trade one more chance there, or if it just like come down, create some support here, so I can give my trade a chance here. So let's see how this candle about to be closed, and might be the next candle. I will wait next 15 minute candle for the next 15 minute candle too, because next 15 minute candle closure, after the closure of that next 15 minute candle, we just like going to be heading towards opening of London session. If we just like having a lot of volume during the Asian, during the pre-London, so there's a probability that volume opening will bring something huge on the table. This is something I'm expecting today, because from previous 12 days we are just like not having any kind of volume during the opening of London. But the way the market moving today, the way just like showing like potential in it, so I'm expecting might be with the opening of volume we just like gonna get something there as well. Why you're not looking for the retracement after this long rejection? It just like retraced, it just like created a resistance. Look at this one, it created a resistance, break above the resistance. I'm just like waiting for this candle to be closed. Retracement just like done. Retracement doesn't mean that market have to print 5 candles to the upside, market have to print 3 candles to the downside, then it's have to be, it's just like not gonna move how you just like looking at it in a easy way. Once it's just like created a red candle beside a green candle, it just like created resistance there. You got your resistance. It is like break above the resistance, close above the resistance, here's your chance to take a buy there. That's it, just like keep the thing simple. It's just like retraced. It retraced, that's why it's just like created a bearish candle. Sometime it will print like 1 candle, sometime it print like 4 candle, 3 candle. So if you just like understand the concept, it will be easy for you to like execute on your structure and understand the concept. So now look at this one, break the low and again pushing upside now. See how this candle just like showing direction. Someone might be try to grab sell, try to take sell somewhere here by looking at the rejection, but at the end it's just like again close back into the back above the previous candle high. So the next candle get it a wick and break its opening price. But in this way, I will wait for this 50 minute, the next 50-minute candle to be closed, because there's just like 50 minutes left for the opening of London session. So I'm thinking that might be London will bring something on the table, to be honest. Maybe there is a pullback. I don't know why market is AI is saying. Let me just like look at market AI. There is no pullback. Market AI actually just like showing a bullish momentum, a bullish target. They're just like showing a bullish target. They look at this one. There is no pull. Where you just like looking at market edge AI. Look at this one. Fundamentally, this is the pullback level. If market just like come down, so might be can be rejected from 40 to 55. Right now, it's just like tap to the bullish target of 40 to 90. See this one? There is no pullback target, pullback level. It's a target price. They just like showing. If it's just like going to break above this high, so again from 90 to 95, and then from 95 to 4300, then 43 to, then it will be like a psychological number. Might be market like doing some kind of consolidation here. When with the NY, if it's just like break above 4300, then might be 4305, 4310, 4315. So yeah, something that can be that gonna be happen. Even it's a Friday, but would look at the way how just like showing volume in it. So YouTube, what's guys going on there? I'm still holding the trade because I closed 50% and leaving the rest. All right, great. Someone just like grab 35 pips. Someone just like close 50%. It went my favor 20 pips, but very fast moment. I can't secure. I manage. Okay, but you just like manage that. That's great actually. Does yesterday loss recover? No, yesterday loss just like doesn't. I just never worried about the yesterday loss. I don't even worried about the yesterday profit as well, to be honest, because I just like try to live in a present. Today I just like come with my 2% risk. If I just like can grab some chunks, that would be best. If I just like lose some chunks, I'm just like gonna close my chart. I'm just like not gonna worry about what I have just like done previous day. What, because I cannot change my past actually. I just like don't know anything about my future. But what I can do, I can take action in my present. So this is how I'm just like living my life. I'm living in the present. If I just like lose something last day, I don't bother about it. If I just like make some huge money last day, I don't worry, or just like don't gonna bother about it too. So this is something should be emotionless about this thing, because if every day you just like going to be cheer up yourself that you just like make some money there, and every day you just like become a sad because you just like lose the money, you will become some kind of abnormal person. Man, oh man, good question. I think so. It will clear many people thoughts actually. So this is something I'm having with me, like my thought process like work like that. So good. No good price action in December. Yeah, the whole December was just like wild, to be honest. It's just like not showing any good potential in it. Pushing upside, pushing downside, something like that. So someone just now again telling me your volume is too low. What I should do about these kind of persons? Okay. So show your previous day sell trade. I just like told you. I just like took a sell here. Let me just like show you. Okay. Someone just like don't know why they are interesting in my loss. I don't know. Let me show you. Let me see you the process why I just like took a sell first thing first. Where this is just like go. I just like mistakenly open high lot size on this account, lose $500, but then I just like put back my money into that one. So sales was, where's the sell was? I need to remove this thing. Yeah, this one was my sell area. This candle was just like showing a very strong bullish bearish momentum. It's the opening of NY session. Market was just like consolidation for the whole day. this candle do not have a upper wick. It just like rejected strong body, candle broke the low. I executed one sell here, executed second sell here. Depending on the volume, it could continuously push into a downside. Add 0.05 lot here, sorry, 0.5 lot here, add 0.5 lot here using one load. Or for my other account, I use like one load, two load, 2.5, 5 load, something like that. So I just like executed here. It's just like start pushing upside, coming back into the range. I start managing the risk, and I just like close everything here. And if you just like wanted to see this one, let me just show you where it is. Yeah, here is the position. Let me just show you. It's trade is, look at this one. This candle 30-minute look like this, 50-minute, which I just like show you. It's just like break the low, one load, two load, then manage the risk and close everything. This is true trade, which is like I just like took during the live stream. And this is something what happened. It's just like due to my mobile phone error. It will not a error. It's a mistake by with my own, because I did not see that I'm sitting with a low capital account there. And once I just like manage the risk, then I just like look at my lows, and then I just like realize that I am just like using my other accounts right now. Then I just like minus some money from my bigger capital account and put that money into this account. Here you go. Now I think so you feel comfortable after watching this loss. Okay, Mr. Hamiz P2Y. Wow, look at this one. What's going on here? And you just like while going to the downside, it just like disturb my settings here. I noticed for Nasdaq during NYSE open to London close, it seems have good PA if you want to check it out. Okay, let me see. So Bas just like send me the chart here. So the 50-minute resistance we marked when price broke above it. I thought it had flipped into support. Why it just like flipped? Why you just like getting into some kind of overthinking, bro? Forget about this support now. Why is just like become a support? This is your support. This is your resistance. That's it. You don't need to worry about what's happening here. What you just once you just like heading towards this resistance area, then you just like need to think about it, because you're just like going to face this one. Once you just like pass this area, then there is no support here. This is not like a support. You just like need to work on your support resistance. Now this is your resistance and this is your support. You're just like having no business in your work now. All right, I already told you, live in the present. It's just like move, closed, resistance created, support. Here is the support. Did you see any kind of red candle here? Then how you can place this like a support here? That's why you just like becoming confused. Just like live in the present condition. All right, if there were some kind of a resistance here, then you can consider that resistance somewhere here. That will be a resistance, because you're going to face that one. All right, I hope you understood this thing. So yeah, so now there is just like 7 minutes left for the candle to be closed. Let me see on 15-30 minute time frame. 30 minutes just like flipping bearish, and 15 just like still open. And there's just like 6 minutes left for this candle to be closed, and we're just like going to be entering the opening of London session as well. Okay, sir, I thought price broke above it is now. It might have turned into support. It's a concept of, I would say, it's a baby concept. The beginner who just like you are just like in this industry from 3 years, the beginner just like think like that this one just like our previous support now become like a previous resistance now become like a support. It's not work like that. You don't need to worry about that one. Don't need to worry about. This is something most of the people just like do mistake. They're thinking about this previous support, and once market just like come down here, they try to take a buy some from some this place. and then market just like went down and they just like hit by the SL. It's just like not going to respect that. If you are having any kind of support on the left hand side, suppose market is like continuously pushing upside and you are having some support on the left hand side, you should have to be have a candle there which have to be closed in a bullish form. Just like read the current price action, just read the current candle condition, what's just like happening there. So yeah, now I think so your concept just like get clear. Now you just like always going to be get current support and resistance. Whoever says the volume is down is lying. Okay, sir, there is back to back 5 30-minute bullish candles. Now it's better to wait for price to create support and then we execute it by, if I am right. Yeah, that makes sense. You just like need to wait for some structure to be formed. That new structure will bring new opportunity for you. But for that, you just like need to have patience in yourself. With the patience, there's a very high probability you just like gonna grab some chunks there. But UBR chart has small bearish candle, but our chart doesn't have bearish candle. It's just like due to spreads on different brokerage houses. These the like a dominant fund, dominant market having like a small spreads with it, like a very minor spread. Right now, look at this one, 0.6 spread just like going on. Look at this one, and damn, it's just like not a one pip spread. So due to that lower spread, it could change the shape of the candle if it's just like going to be close in the shape of doji. So yeah. Yeah, that's true. I have personally seen price never respect it once it comes back down. Yeah, so that is something you just like if you're like understanding that concept, the previous concept you are having with you, it's mean you just like try to predict the market. Don't ever try to predict the market. Be realistic. Like this one, I executed a buy, I exit from the buy. What will happen if I just like hold with my trade? It just like come back to my break even twice. Look at this one. Who knows that this candle could break this low and will continuously pushing downside? Who knows that? No one knows that. So I just like need to manage the risk. I just like need to execute with the perfect execution, which just like makes sense for me, which I having like a higher probability structure for me. So that makes sense. The trade you took, it was near the resistance. So how should we enter that trade? Resistance was not break yet. You just like need to watch the stream again. I just like already explain it very well, very deeply, so you will understand that concept. But first thing first, just like the stream. There's just like more than 130 people just like watching and I'm having like just 26 likes. Soon I'm just like gonna close this live stream for the YouTube. They just like don't even appreciate with the like, continuously getting like a pure educational data, and people just like paid for that and you're getting like it for a free. Don't even hit the like button. Wow. And there is no force on yourself to pay a single penny and can't even hit the like button. All right. So man, so there's just like 2 minutes left for this candle to be closed. Let me just like break it down again. Let's see. Let's see. 30 minutes still open, going to be closed with a small body. H1 still open, about to be closed. Yeah. And M30, H4 pushing upside. What we are having on the left hand side on H4 actually. Let me just like keep this thing, why market just like rejecting from this area, so I can see if there is some kind of resistance or something. Wow, it's like a clean traffic. It's having like a clean traffic. Wow. Wow man, it's having like a clean traffic. Look at this one, H1, H1 just like having like a clean traffic. Wow. M30 having like a clean traffic. Oof. 15 minute, 50 minute having like a clean traffic. Very nice. Wow, this is something I just like need to worry about. 4300 level, the psychological strong number. But rather than that, each and everything just like clean like hell. All we just like need just like volume. You know what, higher probability today. If you just like got volume, you got your structure, you got volume, you got your structure, you are having clean traffic, you are having like unbeatable clean range on the left hand side as well, so you can grab easily $5 increment easily. but you just like need the volume there. All the time frame just like showing clean traffic on the left hand side, but we just like need to wait for some structure to be formed. So right now we just like got our resistance here as well, minor support, minor resistance. It's the opening of London session right now. London just like open, look at 30-minute time frame, close with small body, it's like exhaustion candle. And 15 just like created a support, created a resistance, now just like pushing to the upside as well. So yeah, just like need to wait here actually. Only volume will help you out in this kind of situation. Can just like start printing side by side actually. Wow, pushing upside now. It's the opening of London actually. So it's just like did not created a wick. Can I just like printing side by side, drop the volume. All I need like a candle should have to be close above this area. I just like need to wait for a candle should have to be close in a bullish form with a strong bullish candle. 30-minute even just like close with long rejection with a small body. But it's the opening of London session. Don't even having a bottom wick and continuously pushing upside. If it's like going to break above this high, so there's a probability the next target could be 42.95. Yeah, wow, just like showing very strong potential in it, man. I would like to wait for this 15-minute candle to break above this previous candle high. If I just like wanted to go as an impulse entry, or rather than that, you know what, I will wait for this candle to be close. If this candle just like close with a strong bullish candle, next candle create a weak break above the high, very high probability it could continuously pushing upside. Look at 30-minute, man. 1 2 3 4 5 6 30-minute just like continuously pushing upside, and it's the seventh one. And 50 minutes just like start dropping the volume, like it's just like start doing consolidation. Look at this one, candle just like printing side by side. So now it will be best thing will be if I just like wait for a candle to close above this resistance area with a strong body, and next candle create a week and break above the high, so I can give my trade a chance for the next $5 increment. That makes sense. So the closure of for this 50-minute candle, that also makes sense. Yeah, that only makes sense because now six candle continuously pushing upside, this candle having a exhaustion candle, like wick is just like bigger than this, bigger than the body, like. So who knows that if it's like break above the high could be rejected, but depending on the opening of London session, if it's like break above the high, $5 increment will be easy to achieve. So there are two scenarios we just like need to take decision about that. Number one, is it impulse entry makes sense if we just like break above this high? If you are comfortable with the impulse entry, then impulse entry makes sense for you by depending only on volume. But if you just like got a single candle which just like close with no bottom wick, somehow like this in this shape, somehow in this shape, so high probability it could also continuously pushing upside. So this is the time you just like need to take a decision to take an impulse entry by depending on the volume, or you just like need to wait for the candle to be closed. What I will do in this situation, I will try to wait for this candle to be closed. I will not go with the impulse entry. Doesn't matter if I just like miss this move, because impulse entry just like not making me comfortable, and it's the opening of London, so it's a mixed data for me for the impulse entry. But if I just like got one single 50-minute candle closed in a bullish form, so that will give me more confidence to execute on that buy. Yeah, look at this one breaking above the high, coming up towards 42.95. Yes, man. I will wait for this candle to be closed. Okay, if it breaks down and is the impulse entry valid if it breaks the red candle high on the 50-minute. Yeah, you just like need to depend on volume here only. You know what? Because the candle just like printing on a 50-minute, just like printing side by side, and the way just like pushing upside is due to opening of London session. We enter into opening of London session, and gold is just like in a very strong bullish momentum. So yeah, look at this one, it's like pushing upside without giving any confirmation. This means there's just like a huge volume in the market right now. So it's just like break above 42.90, it could easily tap to 42.95, because whenever you just like having a huge like a clean traffic on the left hand side. So you know what, $5 increment could be easy there in that situation. What about checking 5 minute time frame for resistance to form and then taking that impulse? No, I just like don't want it to look at 15 minute, 5 minute. 15 minute is like giving me clean traction, clean structure. It's like not that much volume. There's just like no news going on, so I just like need to look at 5 minute time frame. Doesn't make sense to me. It's just like went up upside, continuously pushing upside, depending on the volume. Impulse entry working here perfectly. Wow, look at this one, man. You know what, this London session, and also today I think so the NY session just like gonna be wild one. Cash buy in the summer, targeting 25 pips is good enough. Yeah, more than enough, I would say. That is just like more than enough. uh, Thanks Cash for the education. Now going for the Juma prayer. Yeah, go ahead. See you on Monday actually. इम्पल्स एंट्री पे हर बार ऐसा हो जाता है जो, सो ट्राई टू गेट प्रॉपर education about impulse entry. Try to do some back testing on your impulse entry, so then you will just like never gonna worried about that one. Someone just like already in a trade, wow, my 50% still running, very nice. I did impulse entry, very nice. So I'm just like waiting for this candle to be closed, to be honest. I was just like no, I was having 50-50% comfortable with the impulse entry, but if it's just like close somehow like this where it's just like standing right now, then the next candle create a week might be dynamic risk makes sense. If the candle is just like going to be close in the shape which I have just like printed here, uh, it's just like go on this one. If it's like going to be close somehow like this, might be I will execute as a dynamic risk. That makes sense. That makes sense actually. Okay. So these kind of movement when gold just like pushing in one direction, don't try to play with the fire. I'm just like no try. I will never try to go as a counter trade. I will never take any kind of counter trade setup in these kind of situations. Okay, 5 minute wick down and break the high, and I catch 10 pips. Very nice. Assalamu alaikum salam. Took any trade today? Yeah, just like took one trade, smashed like 35 pips, and then just like close that trade. So this can is just like about to be closing in the next 5 minutes. It's just like waiting right now. Nothing for me on the table. Just like waiting for this candle to be closed. Hmm. Wow, pushing upside. I think so. Already overextended now. It's just like already extended now. Oh man, tapping towards 1995. Oh, so sorry, 42.95. Yeah, man, it's just like going to almost like completed the $5 increment here. It's our power of opening of London session. Volume, impulse entry, perfectly going in your favor. Wow, wow, what a move! Just due to London Open actually. Look at this volume on the day of like day of Friday actually. Just like tap to 42.95. $5 increment just like gone. Now I just like need new structure to be formed. So I am having this. I'm just like removing this one. This is a support I'm having right now. Again, readjusting the zones. This is the support I'm having right now, the new support. And now I just like need a new resistance to be formed and then break above that high. So that makes sense for me to take a buy. Wow, look at the volume. Look at the candle just like do not have a bottom wick and move like 60, 70 pips. So if I'm just like going to execute somewhere here, where could be my stop loss? So if you're just like getting a 60 pip stop loss, what you could do, you can't do anything about it. It's just like already moved. It's just like already moved, man. You know what could be the higher time frame target? It could be 4380, something like that. 4400 could be coming up. I just like yeah. Wow, man. So we are tapping towards 42 to 95 as we just like expected a $5 increment. It just like happen, and if it's just like going to break above this 42.95, then you know what? Then the next target could be 4300, the psychological number we're just like heading towards. But now I'm just like not gonna take a trade on nearby like 4300 where I'm just like heading towards like a psychological number. I will wait for new structure to be formed. I was just like waiting for this candle should have to be closed in this shape, like this one, something like that. But it's just like already moved a lot. This is something I'm expecting somewhere. Chart is just like freezing right now. Yeah, I was just like, man, somewhere here. This is something I'm expecting from the chart. To close candle nearby this rejection area, next candle create a weak break above the high, so I can grab 23, 25, something like that, till target of 20, 42.95. But now it just like moved a lot, extended a lot. So even if it's just like close in my favor, there's no doesn't make sense to take a buy. It's just like already moved, and so I just like do not need to get into some kind of FOMO. I just like need to be chill, relax, and need to have a new structure should be formed there. So then I can give my trade another chance. So Raja said when there is no wick to the downside, that means price had not much volume that it didn't make a wick. You should take that this type of trade. Don't tell me what I should do and what I should don't. No need to do actually. Don't try to tell me, bro. I knew what I'm doing. Raja bro, when Raja bro just like told you, it's mean. You know what? The candle would just like close with no bottom wick. That's mean there's just like a strong bullish momentum in it. If a candle just like started with no bottom wick, that could be risky. You can only execute on that situation if you are having a very strong bullish or bearish structure. You are having a proper like a structure just like form there, market just like giving the clean opportunity there, and you are having a plan to execute a buy with by using a dynamic risk. That is the thing which you just like merging with these kind of scenarios. So just like get your scenarios or get your concepts clear by yourself. Don't tell me what I should do and what I should don't need to do actually. Okay, so people just like don't even ask the question. They just like giving the giving me the direction actually. I always learn from people, but not these kind of people to be honest. Man, oh man, sitting on a YouTube channel properly to not pay a single penny, getting a free education, and telling me that what I should do. So, morning, guys, all those candles on the 50-minute will close and drop to 42. What? Morning, all those candles on the 50-minute will close and drop to 42, 8. What 42, 8? Right now, I can see only bullish candles. जब इम्पल्स एंट्री लेता हूँ ऐसा लेट हो जाता है जब नहीं लेता फेवर में चला जाता है. Someone just like telling me that when I'm just like executing with the impulse center, just taking my SL, and whenever I just like don't have a mind to take impulse center, just like went in my favor. So, bro, you just like need to understand first thing first. The impulse entry mostly come with experience. First, you just like need to go through the process. The first process you should like need to get proper grip on your closure candle, like a candle close in your way, and you are just like once you just like get proper grip on that one, now you just like need to flip towards like practicing on impulse entry. So I will refer you, don't try impulse entry on your live account if you're just like a beginner. Try to do some back testing on simulator about the impulse entry, and then give your trade a chance there. Wow, man, gold just like continuously pushing upside. Oh man, oh man. Yes, but what should be the average stop loss? Could be in a normal market condition. I think so. Now, before that, we were just like using 15, 20 pips, 25 pips stop loss maximum. When there was just like not these kind of volume. When that time, I remember the daily candle maximum. If we just move 200 pips, so I will just consider it's just move a lot today. It's just like having a lot of volume in it. But today, these days, after like 6 7 months, like continuously we just like getting a huge volume in this like industry. Like a single 50-minute candle, a single 50-minute candle even can be move easily like 100. We look at this one, this candle, this 50-minute candle just like move 80 pips. So in these days you just like need to give some breath to your stop loss actually. So before, if you just like using 15 20 pip stop loss, now the normal stop loss will become like 35, something like 35 pips, 40 pips. And if you just like having a bigger stop loss and you are just like having a very beautiful structure there, it's like having a lot of volume there, and you just getting out of your 1 to 2% risk, and you just like still wanted to get back into 1 to 2% risk and wanted to be a part of your structure by having a even having like a bigger stop loss. So you just like need to lower the load size. So there are two kind of scenario you can use for the risk management actually. So I think so that makes sense. I don't think the previous candle was form impulse entry in trend scenario. Which one? Divansh, bro, just like send me the chart. The red candle, the previous one, we just like closed the previous, we just like close. Man, just like try to send me the chart. Are you talking about this candle? No, it's not impulse entry in trend. Yeah, that makes sense. You know what? Why I just like never executed. Like let's just like go deeper into it. This 30-minute, it just like rejected with a long rejection wick, close with a small body. See this one? This is not something like that where we just like executed. This is candle having a lower wick, close body, small body, next candle create a wick and break above the high. Stop loss was here. But here candle just like close with a long rejection wick and close with a small body but towards to the downside, like body size is smaller, wick is just like bigger. So rejection from the upside, not from the downside. So this is not was a good impulse entry, to be honest. That's why I just like try to avoid it. But in this way you can see market just like having a very strong bullish momentum in it, and we are heading towards we just like moving with the opening of London session. So volume just like break above this high and will that's just like continuously pushing upside. And look at this one, it just like tap to 42.95 easily, like $5 increment, and after getting $5 increment it start pushing to the downside again. So now again, if it just like come down, create some support, if it just like create some resistance and break above the resistance, I think so it will again like going towards like 43,300, but we just like moving towards like psychological strong number. So I will suggest you to grab like from this $5 you can easily grab 20 pips, 25 pips, just like keep this target. Man, these 3 pip spreads in FTMO is a killer. You know what? It's just like not gonna work like that. Even you just like going to close your trade, it's just like not going to be closed in the same place, not going to be get the same money. I was funded with FTMO, just took like 6 withdrawal from them. So it's reality that the spreads of them just like hilarious for a trader, like a scalper especially. Scalper will will face like some kind of like irritation there, like, to be honest, by looking at their spreads. And sometimes if there's like a lot of volume coming up, so spread will like jump from 3 pips to 4 pips, 5 pips, 6 pips sometimes. So yeah, it's just like hilarious. $5 increment is measured from the previous high. $5 increment just like measured from the round figure 42.90. Just give me 1 minute. Who's this? Hello. जी वालेकुम सलाम. किससे बात करनी है? पता नहीं, फिर शायद किसी ने ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫੋਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਵੇ. पता नहीं, मैं नहीं ਕੀਤਾ ਵਜਨ. मैं मेरा नाम कैसर है. कैसर. लाहौर. किधर? नहीं नहीं नहीं. ਸੋਚੋ ਫਿਰ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ, ਫਿਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਦੱਸ ਦੇਣਾ. ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਫਿਰ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਸੋਚੋ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਦੱਸਣਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੇਂਟਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਹੋ? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੇਂਟ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ? ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਆ ਗਈ. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚਲੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਆ ਗਈ, ਮੈਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨਾ. Man, oh man, there's labor just like working in my home, construction just like going on, and what happened with my hairstyle? Wow, what is this happening with my hairstyle? What is this? Okay, yes, come to Albania. We will have fun. Okay. What kind of fun you just like talking about? I think it will fill 4300 to 4285 in single bearish candle. What? As it moves a lot. Oh man, bro. I don't know why people just like think like that. They just like watch market just like continuously pushing in one direction, and they uh just like start giving their self a signal that market just like already move a lot. If it's just like going to be create some kind of a single bearish candle, they will definitely going to take a sell from that area. It's not like that. It's never ever worked like that. That's why 95% people just like failed in this industry due to this like common like a mistake they have just like doing their in their life. If you just like wanted to take a sell, you just like need a proper counter trade setup, like market continuously creating higher highs, and if you just like wanted to take a sell, let it create some kind of a support, let it give you some confirmation candle, then let the candle to break the low or close below the support. So this is your counter trade setup, and counter trade setup should have again clean traffic on the left hand side, tradable range, volume, time, and you have your counter trade structure there. You go to your confirmation candle. When these all things just like align with each other, that is the time when you can go against that trend. But in this kind of situation, what just like going on the gold, don't ever go or try a counter trade setup. It could be take any rejection on the left hand side and again will start its trend again. So I will wait for only buys. I will only wait for the buys. We will show you Albania country side by side. Yeah, sure, sure. If I just like having any plan like that, definitely I will contact you. Thank you so much for the offer. Just shift to futures, no surprise, and better trading condition. I just like continuously getting this message from many people. Guys, you should need to shift towards future. I don't know anything. I also discussed with Chris. He also sent me some links, and that was just like not allowing Pakistan country to trade on futures. And then I just like again get busy into my work, and then just like never look at that. But I will look at that one because I'm just like continuously getting these kind of messages from different people actually. Yes, but when you talk about taking risk of 1 to 2%, it means taking the risk in a single trade. No, it's not like that. It's depend on the structure you are facing. Sometimes you just like going to be need to take like a risky trade. You can go with 1% risk. If you are having a very good confidence on your structure, having a higher probability there, then you can go with a 2%. It's all on your like it's all in your hands actually, whatever just like suits you. You can like divert this 2% into 3 trades as well, 2 trades as well. So it's all your decision. I just plan to sell if candle breaks the previous low, but your words save me. Oh, ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ऐदा नहीं करना, ऐदा नुकसान हो जाना, ऐदा नुकसान हो गया ते पैसे चले जाने, पैसे चले गए ते कार दे हालात खराब हो जाने, ते इंज नहीं करना. I personally find future better as traded forex trade. Okay, we'll see. I will just like look at that one. If this kind of 50-minute close bearish is, it will be over next resistance. Yes. So Devance just like send me the chart. Can this kind of also be considered impulse entry in trend? The one I circle. No, no. It was consolidation. It was not an impulse entry. Impulse entry was, you know what? Where was the impulse entry when it just like break above these wicks high, like here, by depending on the volume only. But it's still risky. It's not that. But just ask yourself. We executed here. Look at the shape of this candle. Look at the way just like move and flip towards from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. You will see a very beautiful structure of beautiful impulse entry. Now just like compare this structure with this structure, and you will got your answer easily. All right. All right. All right. So yeah, oh man, it's just like a Friday pair just like going to be happen in 10 minutes. I have to move now. So we'll see you guys on Monday. Till that, be safe, be careful, don't try to force yourself for the execution. Wait for the structure to be formed. Higher probability you guys gonna make some money today. It's just like a very strong bullish momentum going on. Wait for your turn, wait for the structure to be formed there, and there you go. So we'll see you guys on Monday or Tuesday. We'll till that, be safe, be careful, and bye bye. Take care. Hmm.